Hey, what's going on? This is Matt, and today we are ripping out the flooring in the brewery, the basement brewery room, and we got a lot of work ahead of ourselves here. So the plan is to rip out all the trim, all the carpet, and I want to paint the room too. So we're gonna just paint it like a white. Right now, the paint on the walls is a little rough. There's scuffs everywhere, so it could use a fresh coat of paint. And then once we get the paint on, then we're gonna lay down the rubber flooring and get the trim reinstalled. So let's get going.
Round one, fight!
We just removed all the trim. It came up pretty nicely. And the nice thing is the person that installed it already numbered the backs of it and against the wall. So that should help me keep track of where the trim goes. So there's no need to mark it. So next is we are ripping out the carpet. So right now we're in the middle of ripping out the carpet. As you can see, we are about 3/4 of the way done. And when I was ripping this up, I found something. So I ended up finding a floor drain, which is pretty convenient considering that I want this to be a brewery. So I didn't know this, but the floor drain was actually under the carpet. So we just had this, and then down there, I don't know if you can see that, but there's some water down there in the floor drain. So yeah, kind of interesting that that was hiding under the carpet. So maybe I'll probably expose that floor drain over the rubber flooring. So yeah, interesting find, good find, I'd say. And we're gonna keep going here. Okay, so we just finished ripping up all the carpet. There it is. And for the door frame, what we did is we just cut, I tried to get as straight of a line as I could. I think I did okay. So we're gonna do a transition there. I have a glue down transition strip. I think it's just brown or black or something. So this will transition between the carpet and the rubber flooring. So next is we're just gonna clean up here and we're gonna get going on painting. Okay, so we went ahead and we taped off the room. We taped around the door frames. I cleaned up the walls a little bit and I vacuumed. So we're gonna get going on starting to paint around the edges with a brush, and then we'll start rolling. Okay, so we just finished painting the room. As you can see, we have paint on the walls. Looks a lot nicer now. There's one problem, and that is I ran out of paint. So I have this small section of wall that I cannot paint because I'm out and the paint store is closed until tomorrow. So I think that's gonna be it as far as filming the paint goes. I'm just gonna paint off camera and we're gonna jump right into figuring out the flooring situation. So I'm gonna start laying this out to figure out what makes the most sense. I want that floor drain in the middle of the tile, and I also don't want to be chopping up a bunch of tile if I can get away from it. So we're gonna start playing around with the tile design. Once I got a good idea of where that's going, I will start laying the floor. So this is kind of an update where I'm at here. It's been a few days since I've laid this, since I've had some life events come up, and I'm not loving the rubber flooring. I don't think this is gonna work for a few reasons. One, as you can see, a lot of these tiles are buckling, and it's causing like this air pocket, and it's happening in a few spots. I don't know if that will settle over time or not, but here's another one where it's kind of buckling there. Another reason, the black really scuffs up quite a bit. And if this is gonna be a brewery, which the floor is gonna naturally be a little messy, not sure if that's gonna work. And another reason too, this is very difficult to clean. I've already dirtied up a few spots here, which you might not be able to tell, and I tried to scrub it with a wash rag, and the dirt just does not come up. The rubber really holds onto the dirt. So I don't think this is gonna work. What I'm gonna try to do moving forward here is I'm gonna take the flooring up and I'm gonna try to do epoxy. So this is gonna be a whole process here for the flooring, but I think it will turn out a lot nicer than the rubber flooring will. So I'm gonna probably pack up this rubber flooring, try to get it returned. And I'm gonna go buy some materials to scrape up this glue. Scraping up the glue and prepping the floor is by far probably gonna be the most labor intensive process now of this whole brewery build. So I guess I'm just gonna remove this tile and go get some supplies and get going on that. And worst case, if the glue does not come up, I'm just gonna have to come back to the rubber flooring. I might get a different type of rubber flooring, but we'll see how the glue removal goes. So I just got finished picking up the rubber flooring. As you can see, we are back to square one with the glue flooring. I picked it up, got it returned with no issue there. And I went and bought some Rust-Oleum epoxy for garage floors or basement floors. So I also bought a top coat as well. That should be pretty shiny. So I think that would be pretty cool. So the plan for this video was to just paint and then do the rubber flooring, since they were both supposed to be pretty quick. But since I'm switching over to epoxy, that's a lot more involved with cleaning the glue than doing acid etching and then doing the epoxy, letting it dry, top coat. So I want to make that its own separate video. And I also thought it'd be a good resource for people that want to learn how to do epoxy flooring. So I'm going to stop the video here. But I appreciate you guys watching this far. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, by the way. I get excited every single time I get a new subscriber, so it's pretty cool. And also, if there's any comments or questions, just leave them in the information section below, and we can have a conversation there. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.